Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here. Welcome back to another LEGO Ideas video. Today we've got some interesting news. From the title of the video, I'm sure that you're kind of like, what's going on with LEGO Ideas? Well, yesterday I actually saw this first from the Brick Fan, and they reported that 2 LEGO Ideas projects have been archived before even getting to the review stage. And now what that means is once you first get your 10K supporters on a project, it then moves into, it just sits there until 4 times a year, I think, that they review sets, and then once they've reviewed it, they announce it a month later. So we're coming up in September, I think, thanks to the LEGO office. They were saying that September 1st, I think, that's when the cutoff is to reach 10K for this current wave of LEGO Ideas submissions. So now they're actually going to be going into the review stage starting in September. But out of nowhere, which has never been done before, LEGO decides to archive 2 sets. Those are the Gravity Falls Mystery Shack and the Japanese Tea Garden. Both have hit 10K supporters on LEGO Ideas, but before even getting to the review stage have been archived, like refused. And here's LEGO's official statement on it. First of all, thank you for building and submitting. You're very well done. Japanese Tea Garden, or the Gravity Falls Mystery Shack, and regretfully we have chosen to archive your project and no longer consider it for production for reasons communicated to you privately. Your project will remain visible on LEGO Ideas, but in a status where it can no longer be supported or commented on. This way fans can still admire your creation. We're sorry to be the bearers of bad news. I can't wrap my mind around why they're doing this. I don't get what the difference is between declining this in September or at when they reveal which the next set or sets are going to be that they decide to make, and this just gets declined. Like, I don't get why they're doing this now. I also can't really wrap my mind around. First of all, normally this would happen. I think the theory going around right now is that this is happening because of all the controversy that LEGO Ideas has been getting recently, with stealing quote-unquote projects and making them into sets without giving the person actually like credit. And I completely disagree with this, except for one instance, which we'll talk about. But with the Jurassic Park one, look, I don't get why this person thinks that LEGO has stolen their idea. First of all, you're taking a property or something that's really iconic, that gate, right? And theirs looks nothing like the real one. It is quite I don't want to be negative, but it looks nothing like it. LEGO's is far superior. The T-Rex build is far more superior than the one that you have here. On the back of the LEGO Jurassic Park set, you've got the play features and the little play set area where you have all the different scenes from the movie. Theirs doesn't have that. Theirs has a Jeep, yes. It's also a diorama, like you've got black for some reason, and LEGO's doesn't have that. So, you know, LEGO's not copying their idea. If they like took the designs of the figures maybe, or I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. They have no precedence to be calling LEGO out on this. I don't see, besides the shape of the gate and that there's a T-Rex and a gate there from a movie that's really popular, there's no correlation between the two of it actually being copied. This was submitted in 2013. Technically speaking, LEGO was making Jurassic Park sets back in 2001 with the LEGO Studios line. And then in 2015, when Jurassic World came out, they started doing sets based off of that new movie. None of it is copied. It makes no sense. You're just taking the idea from the actual movie, which is what LEGO did as well. And I bet you they never even looked at your design so that they wouldn't be influenced when actually creating the set. And the same can't be said for the Ghostbusters set, unfortunately. Now, this is a really interesting situation, I guess. So the creator of the LEGO Ghostbusters idea set actually pitched to LEGO the Ecto one as well as the Firehouse. But LEGO only opted to create the Ecto one in a idea set. And then a year or two later, they released the Ghostbusters HQ under the Ghostbusters line of sets. Meanwhile, he was actually created it for the LEGO Ideas that was approved, and then they decided to only do the car. And was Lego's response? They offered to send him a free copy of the set. But meanwhile, he's supposed to be getting 1% of the sales. He's also supposed to be getting credit for coming up with the idea of all this, which is actually what happened. What was approved was the Firehouse and the Ecto 1, but they decided to only do the Ecto 1. So yeah, that's a little interesting. So what does that mean for this situation? Well, it could mean that these two things are going to be coming in Lego form. Doesn't really make sense for the Japanese tea garden, unless there's going to be something Ninjago related. That's the only thing that I can think of, is maybe another Ninjago D2C this year with a big set like this. And, I don't know. I don't know if it would necessarily interest me. If it can connect to the Ninjago city, I'll buy it. But, I don't really get, what the big deal is about this one, at least. I don't know, is maybe an architecture set that looks like this or something, but we'll have to wait and see. And of course for Gravity Falls, that's the one that confused me even more, because the show's done. Show's been canceled. There was a rumor of us getting brickheads, but that was completely fake, so I guess that this was maybe already in the works, or I don't really know. It's very interesting to me. I don't really get why Lego would do a Gravity Falls set out of any other property. Maybe that's what the Zebra Disney set is. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't get it. I'm very confused by this whole situation. I don't get why they don't just wait until September. And because when you're submitting an ideas project, if it is something that is coming out, I think that it should be declined prior to it even being able to be achieving these 10,000 supporters. But to decline it afterwards, and to decline it, we're 2 weeks out from September. Just let it stay in the review process. I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me, and I think that it's really weird, and I don't like it. So yeah, I don't know. If you want to hear my experience with Lego ideas, if you haven't yet, I'll link it at the end of the video. They did something hypocritical, and it doesn't really make any sense to me. The whole thing, Lego ideas, is just not making much sense to me right now. Before we go, I just want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious what you think, maybe what's going on here, and what do you think of the whole situation. But yeah, anyways, everyone, I hope that you did enjoy the video, and I hope that you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.